Hey everyone, and welcome to the June 4th edition of Coffee Break. My name is Jennifer. This is my channel. We talk about things which are nearest and dearest to my heart. Don't forget to like, click, and subscribe so you can get more fresh content. My coffee is finished, so I'm drinking water today. The water is also almost finished, but yeah, water apparently is good for you, so here we go. Now, for Ghanaians, June 4th is the anniversary of the revolution, especially for the NDC family in Ghana. For myself personally, I have never been a big fan of military coup d'etats, and for the longest time, I wasn't a big fan of the NDC because of that military background. I wasn't born here, so I don't have that intimate knowledge or feel of how the environment was which triggered the coup. But I do read my history. I do spoken to people. I watch the documentaries and things, and yes, the situation was tough, and yes, times were dire, and yes, there was a lack of trust and leadership to pull Ghanaians through. But the end result of that, the the attacks on people, the people being murdered, people having their businesses destroyed, the excesses of the military, the excesses of military rule, it's still a part of our history that we don't really talk about the way that we should. It's something ingrained in us, I think, as Ghanaians. It's in the way that we excuse even the excesses of the military today. Like during the COVID time when we saw security agencies and military people punishing civilians, making them kneel down, some of them being whipped and things for breaking curfew. And we're like, yeah, Ghanaians are stubborn, we like that thing. Yeah, but that's a bit much. Is that really why we have a military? Is that why we have an army? Is that part of the protect and serve, the defense of the nation? Well, and also how we are quick to excuse the things that the military does in the execution of its details. So there's a lot to unpack. There's a lot that we don't as a people necessarily unpack, that we really have to start, we have to try. But even as I think about revolution and what revolution is and what it means, I've realized that even in my journey as a feminist, especially in my online journey as a PDM member, Pepperdam Ministries member, that something as simple as speaking up against the status quo is a revolutionary act. As a woman, speaking up and saying that victims of sexual abuse should not be further abused by the media, by the church, by society. That is a revolutionary act. It's a revolutionary act to say that a woman's body is her body and she has the right to choose what she does with it, whether she has a baby, she doesn't have a baby, whether she chooses to have a hysterectomy. Everything that happens to a woman's body is her choice. That is a revolutionary act, because that is not the society that we live in. Our society believes that a woman's body is not necessarily her own, and the choices that she makes with her body are not necessarily her own. It's a revolutionary act to say that members of the LGBTQI community deserve to live full lives, accepted as full citizens in Ghana and all over the world. I mean, it's Pride Month. We're still talking about this. That is a revolutionary act. It's a revolutionary act. And even as the hashtag Fix the Nation conveners are going to court this morning, by now they should even be there. It's a revolutionary act to sit on the internet, to sit on Beyonce's internet and say, look, we don't have water, we don't have electricity, we don't have good roads, corruption is rampant, media people are being brutalized and traumatized. That is not the social contract that we signed on to with our leaders when we went to vote. And every time we go and vote, that is not the social contract that we sign up for. And enough is enough. I think in our time, in the year of our Lord 2021, we don't have to pick up a gun anymore. Now we have a more powerful tool. We have the internet. We can express our views. We can cause an academic revolution. We can question the status quo. We can demand for more and for better. And honestly, as Ghanaians, if you look at, the trend, the arc of revolutions, of military coups, of takeovers, of shifts in government, what is the thing that we all claim that we want? We want better governance. We want better leadership. We want better lives for everybody. Nobody's saying we all have to be millionaires, but we all have to live decent, full, productive lives with every tool at our disposal. We need decent healthcare. We need decent education, high quality, decent healthcare and education. We need a minimum wage, which is a minimum living wage. We need schools. We need roads. We need drinking water, which leads to a whole other conversation on the Galamsey Menace, which is destroying rivers, destroying farms, destroying everything. But rampant greed on all sides has turned it from something that was just, random to something which is, a full canker in our society. Yes, it's June 4. Yes, people died during the revolution. Yes, there's still a lot of post-traumatic stress disorder that a lot of Ghanaians are going through when they think about this day and what happened to their families. But on this day as well, we can make a difference. We can say enough is enough. We can say we want to change. We can say we demand better. And we can do all of these things without lifting a gun, without violence. We can commit true revolutions up here. Change of thought, change of behavior, change of expectations for our leaders, and then holding our leaders accountable. And as we hold them accountable, we hold ourselves accountable. And that way, the social contract, it works to the betterment of everybody. Happy June 4th, everyone. Happy? Okay. But no matter how you spend this day, whether you are lighting the flame at Freedom Square, whether you are in mourning with your family, whether you are in deep thought, like myself, wondering about the revolution and whether it caused any good or any harm for the country, just remember that a revolution always starts with a single spark. Just one person standing up and saying enough is enough and drawing a line in the sand. And then when we all come together and decide that we do want better and we are prepared to work hard and we're prepared to talk to whoever and do whatever it is we need to do, then we know that indeed all the sacrifices that our foremothers and our forefathers made for this country to be great, it's not something that is beyond us. We can be the generation that makes a change and a difference. It's up to us. And that was today's coffee break. Food for thought, hey? Thank you so much once again to all and sundry, to all of you who have subscribed. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, click, subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend for more great content. I'm Jennifer. Y'all have a nice day.